Isaiah 47 and right here. It says, Isaiah 47 and 3.
Right.
Thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yea, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man.
So the nakedness of America is being shown right now. How they like homosexuals, how they full of lies, and other nations are seeing that. And then the Lord said, I will not meet thee as a man. What is he talking about? He coming in full power, in angelic power, and he gonna hit you with them nukes. So that's how he coming. Now, we gonna get in more detail of give me 2nd Esdras chapter what is it, 13, hold 13 for me, and I'm gonna read this here. This is Joel, chapter 3 verse 2. And I will also gather all nations, which that's what's happening right now, right? When you watch the news, on the internet and see what's going on, all the nations are being gathered. They're like Obama then put troops over there in Australia, talking about, oh, it's for North Korea. No. You see how they being gathered over there? And then Russia getting paranoid, saying, look, man, y'all setting up around us, y'all setting places up in Turkey, talking about this for Iran. No, man, y'all putting sanctions on Syria, and then Russia just aiding assist Syria with some weapons, some weapons to detect them missiles. Then they got submarines in the Red Sea over there. You see? So they all gathered over there, man. All right, I'm gonna read that again. It said, this Joel chapter 3, verse 2. And I will gather all nations, and I will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat. That's over there in the Middle East, really around Saudi Arabia. All right, Yahawashi, where he gonna make his judgment. All right, and I will plead with them there for my people. Who is his people? The elect first. And then, the nation of Israel, and the elect out of the nation of Israel. All right, the Negro, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right. And I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage, Israel, whom they have scattered among all nations and departed my land. So we got scattered through slavery. Now, we're going to jump to... see where I want to. We're going to jump and show. So while they over there fighting, and while it's chaos going to be on the earth through these race wars and people getting thrown in concentration camp, this is what's going to happen. All right, get over there. This is how the Lord going to make his debut, so to speak. 13. You see, I saw him fly up on them.
13 in the beginning, the hell. 13.
Yeah, start at the first verse, really. Yeah.
2nd Esdras 13. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night.
Because Esdras was fasting, okay? He was fasting and he got that dream, because that's how the Most High would talk to the prophets. He would give them dreams, while he would talk to them through his dreams while he was sleeping, okay? All right.
And lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And I beheld, and lo, that man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
All right, who is the thousands of heaven? Who is that man? That's the Lord, and the thousands of heaven are them angels, them death angels coming. All right.
And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him. Yeah, because they're going to be in them chariots. The Lord going to be in the chariots. All right? And all the things that seen him trembled. They seen the power of the Lord. Okay? That's why they was trembling. They seen that power, man. It was something that they ain't never seen before. All right? And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, and all they burned that hear his voice, right, like as the earth filleth when it filleth the fire. All right, now what's that voice?
That's talking about them laser beams. That's what that's talking about. That's talking about them laser beams right there. Okay, damn, I just lost my spot. That's talking about them laser beams. See that laser beam, just like on Independence Day. This how it coming in the chariots. Alright? Alright?
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men.
So we just read in Joel chapter 3 verse 2, they all gathered over there in the Middle East. You see? That's their multitude, meaning them nations over there. Okay? They were gathered together. It was, alright, keep reading.
Out of number from the four winds of the heaven to subdue the men.
Yep.
They came out of the sea.
Right, because north, east, west, south, they all gathered over there in the Middle East. Okay? Right now as we speak. Alright?
Yep. Esdras saw them fighting Yahawashi.
Yep.
It says verse 6.
But at first they was fighting themselves. But if we're gonna get into it, it's gonna show you.
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain.
That was a chariot. That's what it was. It was a chariot. Ezra described it as a mountain. It was a chariot. Alright?
And flew upon it.
Uh-huh.
But I would have seen the region or place whereout the hill was graven, and I could not.
Yep, because he was looking where the mountain was cut out at, and he couldn't find it. That's how big it was. You see, Ezra was looking like, man, Most High must have cut that out of you know, our mountain. I'm trying to see where he cut it out at. He couldn't find it. It was a chariot. That's how big it was. All right.
And after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him.
Remember, they gathered in the Middle East. Now they trying to come against him, just like Ronald Reagan said. If we get visited by aliens, which, you know, those are angels. We know them as the angels. They are the angels of Israel and Yahawashi. He said, yeah, everybody gonna come together and fight them. That's a prophecy, man. He told you what these nations gonna do. But he didn't go into the scriptures, but we going into the scriptures, all right?
And after I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were so afraid, and yet durst fight. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his hand, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
It was nothing. He looked at them, he looked at them like they were featherweights. You see, it was nothing. All right?
But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire.
That's that laser beam, man. That's that laser beam, all right?
Out of his lips a flaming breath, and out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
That's strong winds, man. So when he hit the earth, that's what it was, man. Strong winds and fire, man. All right?
And they were all mixed together.
All mixed together. All that was mixed together. Them strong winds and that fire, man. Them laser beams, all right?
The blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the great tempest. They fell with violence upon the multitude.
Wait a minute. It fell with kindness.
Violence.
Violence. So the Most High is sending his son with violence. Not to shake your hand, he coming with violence. All right?
Upon the multitude which was prepared to fight.
Just like in Independence Day, but it ain't gonna end like that.
And burned them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smoke, smell of smoke. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Even Ezra was scared, and that was a vision that he got. So you can imagine what the people gonna be like. That's her, and he gonna show you. All right.
Afterward, I saw the same man come down from the mountain and call upon him another peaceable multitude.
Who was that peaceable multitude? The elect.
And there came much people unto him, whereof some were glad.
Some were glad.
Some were sorry.
Some were sorry.
Some of them were bound.
Some of them were bound. Who is that? Them other nations. Because not everybody gonna be destroyed. Okay? That them other nations gonna be bound. Meaning in slavery, all right?
And some brought of them